Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. Let's join the mix at 1:28. Yesterday we joined a little later. Hopefully we'll get our streaming notification. It's true. The probably is I learned yesterday from a number of players, or more than a couple of people, let's just put it this way, that the absolute meaning of this session is to really improve our game. Some people think that they are here to win this arena, but that's not the true mission that we're headed for here. We are trying, honestly, the best of our ability to improve our game. There are 5 games going, 12 people in the arena. One is paused for the moment. Hopefully we'll pick up more. Yesterday, believe it or not, we had more in our arena, 30, than we had in any given Swiss other than classroom Swisses all the way back. So when we will go back to the classroom Swisses, you see that we had 62 in the day 7, because I'm on an 8-day schedule at Columbia Grammar and Prep. So most of the time these are in-class arenas. 64, the highest was 69, I think. The greatest amount of students. 54 for the 2 nights defense thematic. 37 on day 6. But that definitely broke our record. It definitely broke our record. And I lost once again to Just Vide World in a terrible game. Let's check it out. I was actually black in this game. Reached an exchange variation, Carl Khan. Chose Queen C7. Let's just check that out for a moment. Bishop G4 was the right move. I tend to refrain from Bishop G4 because it doesn't always It does not always.
Dragon Burst said, "Hi Chess Dojo, the arena change is very good in my opinion."
I believe it is for all who come to the dojo at a late hour, especially given the time change. I know I fell behind an hour, so it's probably an hour later than yesterday for everyone. But we're all on the same clock now, but I had moved it back to 8 o'clock. So it was probably 7 a.m. in the rest of the world. Or 8 a.m. I have no idea which way the time is going, honestly, when
Joxic
we wait 2 weeks.
said, "Yo, I'm tuning in from a tournament."
Nice. Which tournament are you at? Let's just do a quick, brief note. I'm going to need a notebook for this. Grab a notebook. I have
Dragon
plenty of
Burst
these notebooks.
said, "Joxic, did you show them who is boss?"
I almost don't want to rip off the original name. But I will save it, take a photo of it later. Uh-oh. Got construction dust on me from downstairs. So what do we really need here? As white. As white, I only need one E4. So we are at 2689. We're at 2689, 2660. We have 701. Knight F3. And we have 560. We have 513 F4s. Yes, I'm still trying to balance my... We have 305 E3s. We have 254 B3s. I don't know if that's going to be the order of the day today. We have 244 on the G4 front. We have 214 on the A4 front. If the Offerspiel Arena is back up, and on the F3 front we have 212.
Dragon Burst said, "We need to upgrade the F3 move Noah Mean GM account that only plays F3.
There we go. This is easier to see. And we have to do 204, so we need 6 H3s.
Dragon Burst said, "Did you ever play NA3 or not?"
I've never played Knight A3, ironically. I've never played the Paris Gambit, is what it's called. The Paris Gambit. What? It's called the Sodium Attack? No, that's not correct. What in the world? It's also called the Durkin. It's also called the Durkin. You know you can click on any of these names and you will get exercises from those openings. It's very clever, right? So as black, that's white, and as black against E4, we have 1644 Sicilians. $485. E6. I did play some bullet games last night to try to round these out, but I didn't succeed. And we need, as it turns out, we have 411 alkyne. Would love to do an alkyne stream. 158, 168. D6. 129. We only need one. D6. My pen is not working completely properly. It's not good. And what else do we need? B6, we have 33. That's an odd number. Mainly because of the offer spiel, you get to play Owen's defense. Knight C6, also 31 because of offer spiel. Have to move a black knight 4 times in the opening. H6, we're at 27. A6, we're at 21. Who played A6 recently? Dragon Burst. Someone beat someone with the St. George recently. I believe Hikaru Nakamura is very big on the St. George. Knight A6. You can tell I'm right-handed because I only played Knight A6 and Knight H3. I'm right-handed. We have 9. F5, we're 100%. This one I'm not messing around with. F5 and G5. We're at 7 and 2. That was a lot. Hold on. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different replies against E4 that we need to work on. And with white, we have 1, 2, 9 different first moves to apply. And as black, our goal is to go against D4. I'm not worried about knight f3 perhaps, but I will write down some odds and ends that I'm going to play against just 1 or 2. Against knight f3 and against c4. So against d4 we have 1902. What an odd number. 1902. With knight f6. Oops. Yes, knight f6. And c5 is 155. It really drops off, right? I might get c5 up today. e6. We have 121. F5 is 115. This basically means that we're not going to play them again. Once I zero them out, I have to recall that I'm only working on, let's say, D5 is at 93. I can't believe that I've only answered. Let's erase that. Fortunately, I'm using an erasable pen. Part of the reason why my pen doesn't work so well. .93. This ink is flaking out. What was that above D5? G6 is at 101. grab a real pen, because I'm not in a lesson. Oh, I don't want to do that. So it's 93. 8-6 is 22. A6 is 12. 12, 11, 2, and 1. And knight h6. Uh-oh. We've got one knight h6 in here. How did that happen? Knight h6. f6. We're at 100% with those openings, interestingly enough. Knight a6, we have 2. Mostly because of Offerspiel. And b6, we have 11. Mainly because of Offerspiel. And a6, we have 12. Alright, we're off and running now. Or are we? Wait. We wanted to know what we're doing against knight f3. And we're going to concentrate on our d5, knight f6, c5, and e6. d5 and e6, that's it. And we are respectively at 231, 179, 69, and 43. And that should do it for now. And against c4, got a lot of ones down at the bottom. Could probably bring all 3 of those up. G5. That would be very creative to get G5, knight A6, A5. We've lost every game in those, so it wouldn't hurt to get those percentages up. So against C4, we have E5, knight F6. Let's just round out the ones at the top. C6 and G6. So E5 is at 147. Knight F6 is at 97. C6 is at 48. Oops, I did it backwards. Gonna have to rip up this page and start over. And 25 G6s with a real erasable pen. How about that? Yeah, let's just commit ourselves to rewriting this as history. Maybe I'll get another sheet to handle B3. Let's just take a look at what I need against B3. I need one E5 against B3. Just one. And then D5 after that. Alright, we're off and running, ladies and gents. We're off and running. At an hour and 10 minutes left, we have time for, in theory, seven games. We're going to do the most we can with 7 games. Alright, moment of truth against E4. We need only one d6, so we can mark that one off the charts. One and done. Even my opponent is trying to be creative. Maybe he's going for a 4 pawns attack? I don't really like that very much. But we'll do this. I can't believe that I lost a piece here. Can you believe I lost a piece here? I did. I did lose a piece here. Well, I have to be very careful, because he had bishop e4 before. If I just took, he had the move bishop e4. We are going to continue as though nothing were wrong. Well, isn't that interesting? Let's see what he wishes to do with us here. His rook is off the f-file. Okay. Well, that was interesting, I have to admit. And now for something completely irreverent. How do I want to recapture? I guess I have to temporarily recapture this way. We are keeping our extra pawn if we can. Well, isn't that interesting? Let's visit him. Just in case. Oops. This could cause a little bit of a riff. It's unfortunate. My opponent just plain forgot where the pieces were. So we got d6 out of the line. We only need 2 g6s. We need 1 knight a6. I don't know what my percentages were with that one. Uh-oh. We were called into a game as white, and we need only 1 e4. Should I wait with that? Let's get our f4 in. That's the next closest to rounding out to 5. Really? He's going to trick us into a French? Or did we trick him into a French? I guess we'll find out. It's getting more interesting by the minute. The suspense is killing me. We are controlling the center. Maybe, just maybe, I should have played c4 there. I want to play bishop d3, of course. So we're going to continue with bishop d3, just as advertised. And we have a terrible Gurganidze system going for black. Alright, my pawn on e5 is hanging for a moment. It's only protected 3 times. We'll tuck it away. I did expect him to play e5. I did honestly expect him to play e5. Let's keep pushing, now that we're guarded enough. Craziness has abounded. Should I just keep pushing? Where is the knight going? What does it all mean? I mean, his king is in the center. Well, that was interesting. So, well, that's crazy. I really do want to play that. I really do. We're going to keep our knight in place. No discoveries here. We have 4 pieces to his 3. He doesn't really want to trade rooks. Oh, he does want to trade rooks. That's fascinating. This is so bizarre. Our opponent's choices in the opening here. Are we trapped? Yeah, we could be. And we're trapped no more. Queen d7 attempting to keep the knight trapped. Let's get everyone out. This is a good square for our knight. Where are you headed? Is anything unprotected? Our D3 pawn? Our B2, our A2 pawn? Those are unprotected. Our back rank, also unprotected. Now you want to trade queens? I don't think so. It's a tough call. We will consider attacking that pawn again, just for the sake of line opening and removing le defenders. Le defenders. We put a rook on the 7th rank. It's a tough call. Grandmaster BHK, young player, from where I do not know, has only played 88 games in the last 3 days. All right, well, we are opening the door. So we have 515 F4s, 305 E3s. We can get one more B3 to round that one off, another G4, A4, and an H3 as white. It's good to see Stefan Lahm. Stefan from Mauritius. AKA SLK Chess.
Said, is this Brubeck?
Is this Brubeck? Alexa, is this Brubeck? Alexa, volume 4. Alexa, is this Brubeck? Alexa, volume 6. Alexa, is this Brubeck? I believe that it's a variation on Brubeck by... Oh, we've been saving E4 for this occasion, right? One last E4 for 2890. We will go with our modernized... Oh, maybe we won't. We're going with the old school stuff. Let's see if he wheels out the Kasparov-Karpov 1985 novelty with D5 later. I have a lot of experience in this line. I should have drawn at least one Grandmaster with this. I believe the pawn sacrifice moment has come and gone. It could still be good. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, check out the Garry Kasparov-Karpov match from 1985. I have to close my door because my grandpa is watching YouTube. Even though it's YouTube for kids, I can hear it, and I'm a little worried that if the copyright is picked up on stream, we may be in a bit of trouble. And ironically, I think that he's supposed to play for something along these lines, but is it worth it? Is it worth it to play D5? If knight takes D5, yeah, it's not worth it. We're going to remaneuver our knights toward the center. The Hedgehog, ladies and gentlemen. An excellent 2-volume set of books by Uh-oh. Did he really discover me? He may have. He is attacking two things. That's awkward. Bum bum bum. Ba-dum ba-dum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Ba-dum ba-dum. Bum bum bum. Ba-dum ba-dum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. So no longer worried about knight g4.
Arsenal Fanriki said, "Good afternoon, sir."
Arsenal fan, how are you? Namaste. I have to convert that one into a YouTube command as well.
Arsenal Fanriki said, needed a break from chess for a while, gradually starting to enjoy again.
B5. Now,
Arsenal Fanriki said, had a lovely sacrificial win against Somerset County captain during the week. He asked me to play for the county, which was nice.
That is always nice. We're going to focus on these two pawns. Maybe we'll play b4 when the time is right.
Arsenal Fanriki said, standard bind.
Yep.
Arsenal Fanriki said, with the knight correctly placed on c2.
I am debating. Queen to b2, knight d5, knight f5. And now for something completely insipid.
Arsenal Fanriki said, NF4 would be funny.
It would be, indeed. Let's keep an eye on the knight, just in case. Justin. Really? We're not ready for f4 yet. Interesting.
Arsenal Fanriki said, surprised he didn't trade their weakened f4 square. If he did.
Indeed, bishop is missing. I am missing that bishop. He wouldn't take my terrible bishop, would he? Does he have it in him to take my terrible bishop? I'm really not happy with my king side. Arsenal fan, I believe some of our early games were some of the most amazing games that I'd ever played. Now where is the knight going? This is such a strange position. Knight takes e4. I'm not sure that my opponent has ever played a hedgehog. He is finding his way nicely. I guess it was just as well that he didn't play queen
Arsenal
takes e3,
Fenrique
knight takes e3.
said, happy to be part of it. Unfortunately you got my number once the shock factor of my illogical style wore off.
Indeed. So we finished off our e4s with this game. We did 9 knight f3s, unfortunately. And I'm really, really regretting e4 d5, e5 d5, knight e4.
Arsenal Fenrique said, if he had chopped on e2, do you think black was better after nx e2 d5? I presume you were going to take with the queen.
I was going to take with the queen. This queen is poorly placed. Do I want to do it that way? Or do I just want to continue letting him think that he's going to get something on me? He does get rook e2 in. I am a little bit bothered by this. Therefore, oh no! Did I do that? Did I? Did I do that to myself? I should have played rook h1, yeah? How annoying that I allowed him this counterplay. Wow, I allowed him all of this counterplay. It's craziness. I'm no longer winning. I am no longer winning. I'm very perturbed that I am no longer winning. So I need to hack once. Oh no. So now it's a...
Fenrique said, no. Arsenal Fenrique said, I think after qg5 kg1 you might have still been okay winning.
Oh, I'm still in the game. I'm just not in the game the way I want to be in the game. Let's just keep our options open. Oh no! What was I thinking? I had to take. Still be such a beautiful position. That was worth looking at again. Had to play rook h1. It never occurred to me. I don't respect my opponent's ideas as much as I respect Arsenal fan Richie. I think in those days when I was at my peak, in the early days of streaming, when I reached my high ratings, I think when you were around in the beginning, I respected my opponent's ideas much, 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 much more. How bad was it? How bad was that advantage? After I won the piece, we reached 4.2.
Arsenal Fanricky said, I'm gonna guess 4.
And I went to minus 4.9. Yep. So in this particular position, queen to e3 obviously swung the game. Queen takes e5, threw away everything. Of course, b4.
Arsenal Fanricky
Do not hurry.
said, rh1.
And rook h1, of course, would have been better. It's always good that this pops up because that means that I haven't forfeited a game and been paused out. Wow, rook h1 is not in the top 5. So after queen, and in this position, rook h1 runs into queen. Rook h1 was never a move. That's craziness. Even knight e3 here is okay. Because he has nothing.
Said, oh yeah, qd2 makes sense.
I was a little worried about queen d2. That's why I didn't do it. Let's see if that's the reason. Yeah, queen to d2. And I'm a little overworked here. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, ladies and gentlemen. It is bad. So rook h1 was never really an option. How many games did we get in so far? 3? With a late start?
Arsenal Fanricky said, shame, but he did a good job playing actively.
Yeah, he has my number for as badly as we're both doing. He's +8. He also figured me out, I believe. Chess is very much a psychological game in that respect. I must run my grandson to... Uh-oh. Did I refund the championship
Arsenal
match? Not yet.
Said,
I have to refund.
Definite lit.
Definite lit. I love how when you throw a letter in there that the speech chat doesn't know how to handle it. So here we go. Sir Hellstorm I know this guy. So against c4, we need 2 c6s. So we're going with c6. We're at 48 on the c6 scale. 1 of 2. I'm inviting you to take my pawn, sir. And now for something completely indifferent.
Arsenal Fanraki said, could have considered BD3 there.
Do I want to do this? Let's just continue the attack.
Arsenal Fanraki said, ouch.
Well, that was clean. Yep. Very clear plan with e4 check. So we need one more c6 against c4. Koya Steven is on a roll.
Arsenal Fanriki said, "Yeah, I was thinking e4 as well if he takes with pawn check and then try to infiltrate."
Good morning, Anish Malhotra. Grandmaster BHK hanging on to the top 10. Who found the perpetual? Pillsbury? No. He drew with Pillsbury? Grandmaster BHK, that is very, very good. Ouch. And he found an accidental.
Arsenal Fanriki said, "Must be old."
Yeah. He must be older than a young student. So archaeologists found the perpetual against Grandmaster BK. Oh no, Charles Numero Uno has played his 6th game. He's got to keep his head about him. So as white, I need one more b3 to bring it up to speed. He didn't handle f4 very well last time. Let's make sure we mark that b3. I find f4 is a little bit more aggressive and assertive than knight f3, which would be a true Nimzo Larsen opening. What took me so long to realize that it was my turn? The e3 square is definitely weak.
Arsenal Fanriki said, "How aggressive is it really? It's fear of playing something principled."
How about this for weaknesses on the dark squares? It's fear of playing something principled. Yeah. True. I'll trade you. One of my best TikToks this song appeared in.
Arsenal Fanriki
Jazz Poet
said, "I'm jesting, I do believe what I said, but I do think it's a good way to imbalance the game from move 1.
Mm-hmm. Jess, he thinks I'm castling queenside. Still inviting the sacrifice on f4.
Arsenal Fanraki said, got some free books coming in next couple of weeks, a few on World Champions, looking forward to Smith's Love book.
Nice. That is very, very cool. Where is that knight going, by the way? Where is that knight going? Let's limit his ability. To play the move F6. That was craziness. You gots, folks. I think I have to take and take. I don't have much of a choice, right? Is this an exchange? Am I getting away with this? Is my king going to be okay in the center? Probably not. The art of living dangerously. Rookie 1 check. Very annoying. Queen
Arsenal
check,
Fanraki
here check, there check.
said, just had an advert about a teenager carrying a load of drugs who has been arrested, saying he needs empathy, not being funny, but why should I care? Would anyone care if I was trying to rob a living selling garbage and not pay taxes on it?
What the heck? What the heck? Yes, this is definitely a problem.
Arsenal Fanraki
Rookie 2
said, a Metropolitan Police careers ad.
Am I in that much trouble?
Arsenal Fanraki said, BG301.
It does look that way. I admit it. It does look that way. Or maybe it's the other way. I had to see Bishop G3 before I played Bishop F3.
Arsenal Fanraki said, nice. Arsenal Fanraki said,
He had Queen B4 though.
Gonna play Mario Kart with the kids.
He had Queen B4, C3, Queen D6. Or he had Queen D4, King
Arsenal
G3, Queen takes
said,
D4.
Well played and nice to see you.
So it was Bishop G3, 1-0. Let's do that correction while we can. Mario Kart with the kids. How are the kids doing? How's the missus? A happy wife is a happy life. would be nice to get a streak in my own arena for a change. I don't think I got a streak yesterday. So we have 5 games. Will we get 7 games in? That is the question. We were 7 rounds. I was hoping to cut it back to about an hour and 45 minutes with 7 rounds in the Swiss. 20 seconds between rounds. But I'm curious as to whether or not I do believe for Charles numero uno it should be a 3 strikes policy. So knight f3. I need 1 c5. And we're done. We are indeed playing the Iron English. This was but Vennick's recommendation against the closed Sicilian with knight f3 on move 6. Primary difference here is that white does not have a knight on c3, and that he does have a pawn break in the center if he wants it. So now, takes, takes, takes. Let's go for it. Let's consider ruining his pawn structure. Oh, fine. We're not going to do that. Oh, that's interesting. Let's expand in the center while we can. So now, would be nice to have a rook on that square instead. Maybe we should have played b6 before, but I was so keen on getting the move f4 in that it may still be worth it. It may still be worth it to get the move f4 in. The only question is, will it be worth it to play queen f7? As he has knight g4 after f4. Well, we'll know in a moment, once he makes his decision. He is a worthy opponent. Still doesn't quite have enough on the f5 square, fortunately. And if he does play f4 himself, I think we push for the strategic advantage despite losing a pawn. Or do we capture so that we don't lose a pawn? Or do we lose a pawn on f5 because of said rook on f4? It is unfortunate. So we're not going to lose a pawn, but we should still play f4, right? Knight d5. I have a worse endgame. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here. I do have a worse endgame. E4 is logical, Captain. We're going to try to go for some of these weaknesses on this side of the board. And are we okay with taking his very valuable but not so valuable bishop? Well, that's interesting. We have another rook where that one came from. Oh, so I did need to play what I thought I needed to play. Interesting. Interesting. I have absolutely nothing going on here. This is horrible. I'm going to let him choose which pawn he wants. He's going to choose the correct one, and I can resign. So I did need to play King f7 in that position. So that was knight f3, c5. Now let's get one more game in before we review. We will review our games later. Could do 2 streams a day reviewing our games. Would I pollute my memorable games by putting them in my memorable games, or is it so? Yeah, that one hurt. That one did hurt. Pillsbury has an amazing score against me. He's beating me 4-1. I'm winning barely 20% of the games. So as white, we need 1 A4, 1 H3. We're going to play a la Dinglerin. Remember his Queen's Gambit against Nepo, where he played H3 on the 4th move. And Nepo turned it into a Queen's Gambit accepted, where it was questionable as to whether or not H3 was useful, but it did turn out to be useful later on in the game. In the World Championship match of last year. Or was it this year? It was this year. So we're not yet playing a Caro-Kann. And now we're playing a Caro-Kann with the B3 move in. This is so that we can answer with knight on b to d2 without losing a pawn. Against G6 systems, this bishop almost always belongs on E2. Oh, aren't you fancy? You are so fancy, sir. He let me castle, which is quite irresponsible of him. I was expecting Queen A5 check, and I was going to have to play King F1. Maybe I could have played C3, knight takes C3, queen to D2, but he can just move his knight back because his queen is protected. I don't have the move C5, unfortunately, but we are going for it. We now have an outpost square for our knight. This is guarded twice, but his knight is hanging. My f4 square is weak. Therefore, we're going to head that way. So now, do we get anything by capturing on f6 or f7? Knight takes f7. Queen e8. I get 2 pawns for the piece, for what it's worth. Let's just find a good square for our bishop. And now, my queen can't be here anymore. Knight takes f7 could have been better. Yes, I am lost. That much is true. I'm not sure what my opponent is thinking about, but I am lost. I had to trade queens, and then take on h5, and then play knight d6. Our bishop, amazingly enough, comes into the game because he didn't play rook f5.
It was a very interesting position before, really hard though.
It was. Unfortunately, I'm down 2 pieces. That makes it very difficult to relocate.
5 raiders from Ilyas is gone.
Ilias,
Enjoy.
good morning.
So,
You
now
were
Richard
rocking this
marches
tournament,
right
sir.
back his own private army, and if we get killed, we'll be lost in limbo till our brains turn to scrambled egg.
Dragon Burst
Hey, Hunt.
said,
I'm almost done.
"Hi raiders.
Eva, I'm almost
Ilyas
done.
is gone." Said, "Hello John the First also streamed this arena, it was fun." Ilyas is gone. Said, "I expected a Swiss but it was arena."
Yes, we're switching to arenas. We were switching to the arenas for the people to be able to join late because of the time changes. Do I want to play it that way? Or do I want to play it a different way? I don't know if we're going to be able to draw this. I do not know if we're going to be able to draw this at all. We will try. Two rooks on board. He may have helped us. Whoa, he may have helped us a lot. He didn't help us enough, unfortunately. Maybe he helped us. It is fascinating that he doesn't have a
Dragon
way of
Burst
getting his bishop
said,
to stop the pawn.
"We are up in exchange 8 least at the moment."
if he wishes to play on.
Dragon Burst said, sadly underpromoted was not possible in this position and against
Yep.
this opponent.
Against this particular opponent, indeed. Namaste, everyone. I must run my grandson to martial arts.
Dragon Burst said, very good games, good luck.
Thank you so much. We are going to raid the Amsterdam Open. Oh, that didn't work. Did it?
Dragon Burst said, Anna beaten I am. Slchess
Awesome, nice.
said, hi everyone.
I don't believe Anna has commentary. I would love to have done commentary for Anna Maya.
Slchess said, happy to have won the tournament.
Stefan, we gave you a shout out earlier. We'll give you another shout out again. Namaste. You just gotta keep your head about you and play well. Somehow I again had a nice gain of rating points. Thank you for the raid. Ilias is gone. Wait, did we not give him a shout out? Yes underscore is underscore gone. Please check out Ilias is gone. He is a frequent participant in our tournaments. Thank you everyone for being here. Cheers and ciao.